Before we get really caught up in what one person did, like the incident with Will Smith, and let's talk a minute today about how that same type situation could be happening in our life. We're going to talk about today the insanity of self sabotage. I am Johnnie with Johnnie, Lloyd and Associates, and I have been working on this, the insanity of self sabotage for a while now. However, haven't really presented anything, and this is a great opportunity to discuss it while everybody's eyes are on, oh my gosh, look at what he did, look at what happened, oh, da, da. It's not about an individual, it goes beyond that. In our personal life, there are things that we have always wanted in our life. Like, this is the time where he was getting his due rewards. I mean, he is an amazing, don't forget who he is because of this one action. Don't forget about all the things he has provided us, entertained us, all of those things. We measure people measure you based on a moment in time. But please understand that that's only a clip in your life. Now, there are some decisions that he is making now. Not my choice, it's his. But this is what I'm going to tell you as you move through life and you get the things you desire. Make sure that you are mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, all of those things ready for the success that you've been asking for. Make sure that your mindset, if you need help in that area, that you get the support that you need. If you know things are happening and certain things trigger you, control your emotions. Because what can happen, what normally happens, is when you're about to get to the pinnacle of the life that you've always wanted, sometimes we, not somebody else, we sabotage ourselves. So when I say about the insanity of self-sabotage, I'm saying, what are you doing in your life? It could be weight. You know, you keep on getting and you're saying you're going to do the right thing and you're going to, and then suddenly you sit down and you reward yourself by eating something, that is diametrically opposed to what you say you want. What about health? What about finances? Now, I specialize in finances, so I deal with clients all the time that are doing really good. The emergency fund is looking good. Things are aligning. And then suddenly, they do something to reward or to shift or to whatever excuse they give, right? And I said, but you're picking back up the habits that you had before. What happened? What happens is our brain, right? And our emotions are emotions. Emotions and fear sometimes trigger each other in such a way that it causes us to do something that may not be our norm, but is something that we responded to. Now, this is not an excuse. This is just information. He just came out of this really amazing movie that he received the Academy Award for, right? But the studying and the mindset and the person that he had to become to really play that role was on stage that day. Now, that's not an excuse. But this is what I like us to do. To us to individually look at our lives and see what aligns to our goals, our vision, and our purpose. To look at our lives and say, what is out of alignment with what I say I want and who I am. When you get to who you are, if there are things, and there's things in all of us, that if you knew everything that was going through my head all the time and was going on a big jumbotron, all of us would be scared, right? Same thing with most of you. So before we write off somebody, before we opinionate and all of that, let's look at ourselves. Let's look at how this example of one action changing everything and the whole framework of how we look at him, how we speak about him, that could honestly be you. So look at our lives and see how we can learn from this tragic occurrence, because we get a chance to react, and we get a chance to give our opinion. But please don't forget that when a person sabotages themselves, they have to live with all the automatic negative thoughts that happened before, all the automatic negative thoughts that are definitely happening now. So let's give people grace and give yourself grace as you move forward, knowing that it's one thing in our lives can transform everything. Make sure that you're ready and prepared in advance to make the right decision, to make your best decision, because right is not the same from one person as another. So to make your best decision in your life to accomplish and move forward in a way that aligns to your goal, your vision, your mission, your purpose, the thing that you've been fighting for all your life. And let's do this. Give people grace. Not excuse, giving grace. And I just want to thank Chris Rock, even at this point, for how he reacted in shock, I'm sure, and how he has been so responsive in providing grace in so many areas. And I would like to encourage us to give grace. We want grace. Let's give someone else grace. This is Johnnie. Just a thought for the insanity of self-sabotage. Make sure that we're prepared for the success. You know, there is the fear of failure, but there's also the fear of success that we're believing for and position ourselves for, so that we can handle the weightiness of every decision we make, as more and more lights, more and more people are watching us as we climb, whether it be the corporate ladder, as we shift and change, as we move forward. Just keep that in mind.